The golden rays of the morning sun danced on the surface of a serene pond. This vibrant pond, surrounded by tall trees and wildflowers, was home to a variety of creatures. Fish darting playfully beneath the water, frogs croaking from their lily pads, and crabs scuttling near the banks. The harmonious community lived peacefully, enjoying the safety and abundance of their beautiful home. On the edge of the pond, a tall heron stood still, gazing into the water. His once sharp eyes, now dimmed with age, failed to spot the fish with the same precision as before. His movements were slower, and hunger gnawed at him. The heron sighed deeply. "How will I survive? I must think of a way to make life easier." The heron raised his head and spoke loudly, drawing the attention of the pond's inhabitants. "Friends," he began solemnly, "I bring grave news. The pond is drying up due to the changing weather. Soon, there will be no water, no food, and no life here. But do not fear. I know of another pond not far from here, larger and more beautiful. I can carry you there safely, one by one." The creatures of the pond gathered near the heron, their usual cheer replaced by worry. "What will happen to us?" asked a small fish. "We must trust the heron," said a wise frog. "He has lived here for years and knows the forest well." The creatures exchanged nervous glances, but agreed to let the heron guide them to safety. The next morning, the heron bent down and gently picked up a few fish in his beak. The fish squirmed nervously as he soared into the sky, promising to take them to the new pond. The other creatures watched with hope as the heron disappeared into the distance. "Our friends will be safe," they reassured one another. Far from the pond, the heron landed in a secluded, rocky area. The promised safe haven was nowhere in sight. The heron, however, was more focused on his own needs, disregarding the trust placed in him. He flew back to the pond, telling the remaining creatures he would return for them soon. One day, a clever crab approached the heron. "Oh, heron," he said politely, "I, too, wish to go to the new pond. Can you take me?" The heron hesitated. The crab's sharp claws made him uneasy, but he couldn't resist the thought of another easy catch. "Of course," he replied with a forced smile. "Climb onto my back, and I'll carry you." The crab climbed onto the heron's back, gripping him firmly. They soared high above the trees, the forest stretching far below. The crab, however, noticed that the landscape seemed unfamiliar. The air felt heavier as they moved farther away from the pond. "Heron," the crab said sharply, "I don't see any pond ahead. Are you sure you're going the right way?" The heron faltered, realizing the crab was becoming suspicious. "Oh, I may have taken a wrong turn," he stammered. The crab tightened his grip. "Turn back now," he ordered firmly. "Let's go back to the pond." The heron, feeling the crab's claws press into his back, decided he had no choice. He turned around and flew back toward the pond, silently regretting his deceit. "Why did I choose dishonesty?" he thought. "It has only brought me shame and trouble." Back at the pond, the crab climbed off the heron's back and addressed the creatures. "Friends, the heron has not been truthful. He was not taking anyone to safety," the crab explained. The creatures gasped in shock, realizing they had been misled. "But we must stay united and vigilant," the crab added. "Together, we can keep our home safe." The heron lowered his head, his voice soft with regret. "I am sorry," he said. "I allowed my desperation to cloud my judgment. From now on, I promise to live honestly and in harmony with all of you." The creatures, though hurt, chose to forgive him, understanding that even mistakes can teach important lessons. With renewed trust and unity, the pond's residents returned to their peaceful lives. Number 1. Trust is valuable and fragile. Building trust with clients, partners, and employees takes time, but one act of dishonesty can break it quickly and permanently. Number 2. Short-term gains can lead to long-term losses. Deceptive tactics may bring immediate benefits, but they eventually damage reputation relationships, and future opportunities. Number 3. Ethical leadership strengthens organizations. Honest, transparent behavior, especially during challenges, builds stronger, united teams that are resilient and committed to shared success.